We finally rode Tiana's Bayou adventure, the EPCOT walls are down for good, Universal just doubled the size of Epic Universe, and so much more. All the latest theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog with your weekly theme park news update. Let's get started because so much happened this week. First up, we rode Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The newest attraction in Disney World, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, opens to all guests on June 28th. And after this week, our team has officially gotten to ride a few times. Now, if you want to know everything there is to know about this attraction, we already have a full video up on the channel now. I'm going to link it right here. Cast members have already had their preview, so now it's the annual pass holders' turn. If you're planning to attend one of the AP preview days and join Tiana's virtual queue, be sure to keep in mind that previews are technical rehearsals, and as we've seen over the course of recent cast member and media previews of the attraction, the ride does have a tendency to break down a lot. So give yourself some flexibility just in case the attraction does break down, and please don't take out your frustrations on the ride's cast members who are obviously doing the best they can. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will retain the virtual queue model when it opens to the general public on June 28th with 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. chances. In addition, the ride will be eligible for Genie Plus, but will not feature individual lightning lanes for sale. If you haven't been to Disney World in a while and still don't quite understand the idea of a virtual queue, I've linked our blog post below with all the info you need to know for a step-by-step. EPCOT is at the dawn of a new era, and we were there. After spending years as a maze of construction walls, the former center of Future World has reopened as World Celebration, headlined by the massive Communicore Plaza and Communicore Hall. Communicore Hall and Plaza are new festival centers that will bring EPCOT's iconic festivals throughout the year to the center of the park. Plaza is an outdoor space where guests can enjoy the festival offerings, while Communicore Hall is flexible enough to host a myriad of different things: food stalls, exhibitions, mixology classes, and a bunch more. Mickey and Friends is where you're going to find an opportunity to meet with Mickey and his pals, just like you used to at the former character spot. We're told that Mickey will be the staple character here to meet and greet, and the other two spots will be rotating characters. Right now, I think they're Minnie and Goofy. Celebración Encanto is about a 20-minute sing-along show where you'll get to belt out some of the songs from Disney's animated film, Encanto. If you're not familiar with the words, don't worry, they'll have them up on a big screen for you to see along with lyrics in Spanish, too. Between performances, your host will ask you trivia questions and introduce you to simple words in Espanol so you can learn a little while also being entertained. This show will only be around until September 6th, and we are very excited to see what's going to come next. So the next time you're in EPCOT, take some time to check out the brand new offerings. Grab your banjos and country boots. The new Country Bear Jamboree show will be opening soon in Disney World. The new Country Bear Musical Jamboree show will officially open on July 17th. We'd previously caught a behind-the-scenes look at the new costumes for Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah. These three ladies will be pretty in pink in the new show, which is a huge step up from their previous blue costumes. But we can now see more of the updated character outfits, including plenty of 10-gallon hats, bolo ties, bandanas, and more. So what kind of changes can we actually expect? Well, the Bears are going to be learning an all-new act where they're going to sing Disney songs in new styles like pop country, rockabilly, and bluegrass. You'll even get to hear a version of Bear Necessities in rockabilly style, and you can check it out when it officially opens on July 17th. But we've got some other Frontierland news. We've got an attraction that is officially closing. We have confirmed that the Frontierland Shootin' Arcade will be closing later this year for good, as in permanently. Yep, Disney's closing the Frontierland Shootin' Arcade in Magic Kingdom to make room for something new, a Disney Vacation Club member lounge. Now, this is probably great news for DVC members who would love to have a nice place to relax and enjoy some complimentary drinks and snacks in the middle of the chaos that is Magic Kingdom. But some folks are going to be a little sad that an opening day attraction is being shuttered. This will be the third DVC lounge in Disney World, which includes that DVC lounge in EPCOT at the Imagination Pavilion / Odyssey, and the one at the top of the world, the Villain's Lair at Disney's Contemporary Resort. Disney has not yet announced an opening date for the new lounge, but the company has confirmed that Frontierland Shootin' Arcade's last day will be June 23rd. Disney announced back in late 2023 that a new Little Mermaid show would finally be coming to Disney's Hollywood studios to replace Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which has been closed ever since the 2020 park closures. The new show is called The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure, and casting began for it back in February. Now, we've finally gotten some new details on this updated Under the Sea extravaganza. The new version of the show is going to feature a combination of live actors, puppets, digital animation, and even some live motion capture seamlessly integrated together to fully replicate an underwater setting. Some characters will be a mix of all these styles. For example, there's going to be a practical puppet Ursula as well as a larger-than-life digital version for the climactic battle finale. From a story standpoint, the show's been retold to be almost entirely from Ariel's point of view, right down to the set and stage, which is inspired by the way a teenager would decorate their walls. To further this theme, the show will also feature two Ariel-centric songs that weren't present in the original version, Daughters of Triton and Kiss the Girl. No official opening date for the show has been confirmed, and Disney simply says it's scheduled for later this year, supposed to be fall. Universal City Development Partners Limited, a subsidiary of Universal Orlando Resort, recently filed documents with Orange County, Florida, that doubled the size of Epic Universe. They show the original 700 acres of planned development for Epic Universe has increased to over 2,000 acres. Yep, that's more than double the land. The plan was reviewed and approved by the Orange County Development Review Committee on June 7th. This new plan also calls for a change of use for whatever Universal wants to develop around Epic Universe's opening in 2025. To get an idea of how the new plan expands Epic Universe, here's what that plan looks like now. That's a massive expansion. So what exactly is Universal planning on doing with all this extra land? Well, some of it might be more hotels, although 3 hotels are currently in the works. It's likely that there could be even more demand for hotel rooms once Epic Universe opens. Although we expect Universal to announce more hotels at some point, we can't rule out that the new plan also gives Epic Universe plenty of room to grow. There could even be a chance that Universal has plans to add more lands to the park in the future. We need to point out, though, that none of this has been discussed yet, and Universal has not yet laid out any official plans, as far as we know, for more hotels or additional lands. A new land has opened in Universal Studios based on the films of DreamWorks Animation Studios. DreamWorks Land occupies the space formerly occupied by Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone. Shrek's Swamp is where you're going to find the iconic ogre's humble abode, which has been designed into a vast playground with 4 slides, a water play zone, and a slide down Shrek's outhouse. Trolls Village is every bit as whimsical and colorful as the movies themselves. Featured in this area is the family-friendly Troller Coaster, a play area, a snack spot, and a merchandise location. Poe's Kung Fu Training Camp is a fun play area themed after Kung Fu Panda that brings to life the Panda Village from the movie and has tons of interactive elements. A fun inclusion is Mr. Ping's Noodle Caboodle, which has merry-go-rounds shaped like bowls of noodles. The area is also home to Poe Live, where you can interact with Poe as he teaches you some kung fu moves and tips to cook the best stir fry. This show reminded us a lot of Turtle Talk with Crush in EPCOT. I also need to tell you about the iconic new snack, the Shrexel. I'm sure you've seen it all over TikTok. It comes with a cheese sauce on the side that's green, just a little FYI, and tastes somewhere between the flavor of Disney's plastic cheese and the spray cheese you get in a can. Our pretzel was soft and buttery, really good. Now, we're so excited that this new land is finally open. Make sure you check it out the next time you're at Universal Studios Florida. Universal Orlando now has not 1 but 2 new nighttime shows as well. The first is Cinesational. It's symphonic spectacular. It's described as a new nighttime lagoon show complete with nods to Universal Orlando's past, present, and future attractions. During the show, listen for music from films like Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, Jurassic World, Jaws, Shrek, Ghostbusters, Trolls, Back to the Future, Transformers, How to Train Your Dragon, E.T., Fast and Furious, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Minions. Universal also shared that the show will use some impressive technologies and special effects to bring it to life, including 228 fountains that reach heights up to 131 feet, 4K projection mapping, and over 600 drones. We think this could be Universal's best nighttime show to date, so we're going to tell you it's a must-see if you're visiting Universal. We also let you know that the best place to watch is from the Central Park area of Universal Studios. Also, you'll want to stake out your spot early. This show's going to be super popular. The second new show is for all my Harry Potter fans. The Castle Projection Show will take place in Hogsmeade at Universal Islands of Adventure. The Hogwarts Always show will run on select nights. Check the calendar before your visit, taking fans through a journey of iconic moments of a school year at Hogwarts. We thought the show was a lot of fun. The projections are superbly crisp, and we sometimes found ourselves having a hard time believing it was only projections. The plot takes you through the journey of being a Hogwarts student, which is definitely one of our dreams come true. What is really cool is that there is actually 4 different endings, so you never know which house may end up winning the House Cup. We recommend showing up 20 to 30 minutes early to make sure you can get a good view of the castle. You want to be on the main path leading to the castle, but before the castle starts getting blocked by the Hogsmeade buildings. The best viewing will be closer to the castle, so that's why we recommend arriving early, as it will start to fill up as the showtime nears. There is a new meet and greet in Hollywood Studios, located in Pixar Plaza near Toy Story Land. You can meet Joy. The meet and greet has taken over the location where you could previously meet with Frozone from the Incredibles franchise. Frozone has been kind of roaming lately. The area has been refreshed with a bright and colorful paint scheme with large painted circles reminiscent of the memory balls and core memories in Inside Out. Joy can be found at regularly scheduled times throughout the day. This new meet and greet is part of the promotion for the highly anticipated new Pixar sequel Inside Out 2, just opened yesterday. Will she stick around studios forever? Not sure at this moment, but of course we'll let you know if we hear anything different. Over at Rafiki's Planet Watch, which is only accessible by taking the Wildlife Express train over in Africa, you can now meet Rafiki himself as well as Timon. Currently, Timon and Rafiki are on alternating schedules, so if you're in line to meet one and they walk away to take a little break, stay in line and you'll probably meet the other character in just a few minutes. Currently, their meet and greet is expected to be available until September 6th, 2024. Just as a heads up, Rafiki's Planet Watch often closes earlier than other parts of the park, so be sure to check the times for the last train before you head over, or check the My Disney Experience app. Now there's a new addition to the American Adventure Pavilion in EPCOT. From time to time, Disney uses the American Heritage Gallery to feature different exhibits, and a new one just opened up. It's called Portraits of Courage, and former President George W. Bush loaned this collection to Disney. The full title of this exhibit is Portraits of Courage, a Commander-in-Chief's Tribute to America's Warriors. As you walk around and admire the gallery, you'll see portraits of veterans created by the former president himself. Each portrait also has a biography written by the former president. Along with the portraits, this exhibit also showcases letters written to former President George W. Bush to thank him for his support of the military and its community. As of right now, the exhibit is set to be on display at Disney World for 1 year, though no exact end date has been announced. Earlier this year, Universal revealed that it would close its Universal Legacy store in Universal City Walk and use that building to create a brand new preview center showing off Epic Universe. Well, we got a chance to check out the Epic Universe Preview Center this week at a media event. You're going to find the new preview center on the side of City Walk, closest to the Islands of Adventure entrance between the Big Fire, Cowfish, and Vivo restaurants on the ground floor. The preview center is an interactive experience that will give visitors a chance to get a better look at Epic Universe ahead of its opening. Inside, you're going to find a massive model of Epic Universe showcasing each of its 5 lands. The preview center also has some fun backgrounds and photo ops. For example, you can get a photo op in front of the How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk portal. What's exciting is that the preview center also has a ton of Epic Universe merchandise, including general Epic Universe merch and some merch for each land. This is super exciting. This makes us even more ready for the opening of Epic Universe in 2025. If you get a chance to stop into the preview center, be sure to check it out. Now, if you've been following us on TikTok and Instagram, which if you're not, you totally should, you've probably seen us talk about the tiny train town located in Epcot's Germany pavilion and all the mayhem its citizens endure. This inspired us to create our newest t-shirt. It's Epcot's Tiny Train Town Squirrel Monster. You can grab this dessert on a t-shirt, crew neck, mug, and more. You can find all our Disney-inspired designs at dfbstore.com. Now, I already talked about how Communicore Hall and Plaza are officially open in Epcot. In addition to all that fun stuff, there's also a permanent festival booth that will feature iconic dishes from Epcot festivals. You'll find the permanent festival favorites booth outside Communicore Hall in Communicore Plaza near World Celebration Gardens. It's a counter service style pickup window, and as of now, it's not available on mobile order or the Disney dining plan. The idea behind this booth is that it'll be a place to pick up some of your favorite festival eats during festivals and potentially between between them too. We're getting kind of mixed mixed responses when we ask if it's going to be open between festivals, but we did get a chance to eat there recently, so I do think it'll probably be open between festivals as well. Right now, you're going to find a few savory items, a dessert, a cocktail, and beer and wine. We tried the cheese stuffed arepa with chicken and avocado for $6.50. We enjoyed the flavors going on here. The chicken wasn't too dry, and the avocado added a bright freshness that helped counteract the sweetness of the corn arepa, but texturally, this thing was a nightmare. It got super mushy, especially outside in that Florida heat, and the avocado got a little slimy. We're really hoping for some sort of herby punch to elevate this dish, but it was just missing something. Next, we grabbed the cheese stuffed arepa with cilantro lime crema and cotija for $5.25. This one was definitely our favorite. The cotija cheese they put on top is wonderfully salty, and it's the perfect pairing for the sweetness you get from the corn arepa itself. The cilantro lime crema is another lovely addition to the dish, adding a tangy, herby creaminess that really ties that whole thing together. That's kind of what was missing from the other one. Who can beat all that melty cheese too? This would make for a great light lunch or snack. And of course, for dessert, we rounded things out with the coconut tres leches cake, which we've seen in the past, like at the 2024 EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival. You can grab this snack for $5. It's a vanilla cake soaked with oat, almond, and coconut milk topped with toasted coconut. We were expecting this cake to be extremely saturated and moist, as most tres leches cakes are, but this one was surprisingly dry. We're not sure if it just had too much time to soak up the milks or what, but it wasn't quite what we're used to. The flavors were fine, but nothing to write home about. If you want to stop by this booth, we definitely recommend the cheese stuffed arepa with cilantro lime crema and cotija. I'm pretty darn excited that there will be a permanent festival booth at EPCOT, showcasing so much that the festivals have to offer. The San and Helen Restaurante in EPCOT has long been one of our favorite Walt Disney World restaurants as far as atmosphere goes. Located within the Mexico Pavilion at EPCOT's World Showcase, this restaurant takes total advantage of that pavilion's unique for the park faux indoor setting to create a permanent outdoor dining at night experience. While food quality has come and gone over the years, the setting has always remained fantastic, with one glaring exception. The problem with the San and Helen atmosphere-wise, at times in its history, the tables have been way too close together, which this may seem like a minor complaint, but the feeling of sitting on top of other people was really detrimental to the whole dining experience. But this has finally changed. Disney revealed a revamped seating area of the San and Helen. The new design features the tables spread much farther apart. We've got thematic barricades spacing them out further. There's booth seating now. And the San and Helen Restaurante's new seating arrangement spaces guests to sit a bit, giving them more comfort and even a bit of privacy, generally improving the dining experience. When Energy Bites originally opened in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom, you'll find it near Tron Light Cycle Run. The menu featured dumplings, donut holes, and a fun futuristic dessert. The snack spot later added a few new drinks and more unique snacks, but the menu recently got a complete overhaul, so we're trying new food there again. We grabbed 2 new drinks and a snack to check out, and we started with a cucumber lime soda for $5.99, which features flavors of cucumber, lime, and Sprite served over ice. This is basically the cucumber Sprite from Russia you can get over at Club Cool in EPCOT. With that being said, we thought this soda was refreshing and unique, especially for something being offered in Magic Kingdom. Most of the flavor comes from the sweet cucumber, but the lime adds a nice acidity. We also grabbed the blue coconut slushie for $6.49 with flavors of coconut, lemon, and lime. Now this is our new favorite drink in Disney World. The coconut flavor is delicious, but we also got a lot of that lime flavor. Oddly enough, we couldn't taste the lemon. This is another win for Magic Kingdom drinks though. Finally, we ordered the watermelon, cucumber, and pineapple cup for $5.99, topped with sweet chili sauce and furikake. So this is also a unique take on a fruit cup. It wasn't a complete hit for us though. The pineapple in our cup seemed to absorb a lot of the sweet chili sauce and had more of the furikake sprinkled on it, which really elevated the flavor of the fruit. But the watermelon had a little less of that extra flavor, but it was still refreshing. The cucumber didn't seem to have any of that sweet chili sauce or furikake, so it just tasted like an unseasoned cucumber. That was okay, but we would have liked to have tasted those 2 additional ingredients on all the fruit in the cup. We'll have to admit that the new menu seems a little less jazzy than the previous Tron-themed food, so we're not sure what's going on with this food kiosk, except that it still hasn't decided what it wants to be. However, we'd still still return for the drinks if we had a craving for something a little different in Magic Kingdom that was still refreshing. Okay, so we first discovered the loaded tacho bowl for breakfast at Disney's All-Star Resorts, but we're starting to see it pop up on other menus at other value hotels as well as some moderate ones. Even better, we just found a loaded tacho bowl at a deluxe, Disney's Wilderness Lodge, for breakfast. It seems like Disney understands that everyone wants in on breakfast tachos. Yep, you can get the loaded tacho bowl now for breakfast at Mooring Fork. This is potato barrels, which are tater tots, topped with scrambled eggs, cheddar, sausage gravy, bacon, and green onions, all for $10.99. It's basically a full breakfast in one bowl, and it's pretty shareable. This is a really good way to get a filling breakfast on the go, especially if you're fueling up for a day at the parks. Of course, you can always grab a Mickey waffle to go with it, so you have the best of all worlds and an even more filling breakfast. We're not going to judge ya. In preparation for the upcoming 30th anniversary of The Lion King, Disney's introduced new desserts themed to the film at Disney's Animal Kingdom. There's a new ice cream sandwich, a Simba-themed cookie, a Zazu Dole Whip float, and more. Available for $7.29 at Tamu Tamu Refreshments, the Zazu ice cream sandwich is vanilla ice cream sandwich between two blue cake-coated sugar cookies with a Zazu medallion on top. While this dessert may seem basic, we really liked it. We're big fans of the ice cream sandwiches at Dino Bite Snacks, and this one was similar. But the cookies took it to another level, even though they seemed kind of boring. They were those great, moist Disney sugar cookies with that little hint of lemon and almond, and the ice cream was cold and refreshing, and the treat is large enough for two people to split. Definitely recommend this one. In fact, we thought it was the best new treat of the 5 that we tried. Next up is at Harambe Market for $6.49. The You Follow Old Rafiki cheesecake is a passion fruit mango cheesecake with a coconut lime crust. It also has vanilla bean chantilly and a chocolate medallion featuring a meditating Rafiki. We found this snack pretty to look at, but pretty hard to eat. The coconut-like crust was almost too hard to the point that we broke a plastic knife and fork trying to cut into it. Eventually, we resorted to eating the rest of the layers, then picking up the crust to eat like a cookie. Now, the crust was delicious, crispy with lots of coconut and a hint of that lime flavor. It just should be a cookie instead of a crust for this dessert, in our opinion. Also, the item is billed as a passion fruit mango cheesecake, but what we tasted was more like a plain cheesecake base with a passion fruit mango glaze on top. The glaze had the consistency of a jelly. The vanilla bean chantilly cream was light and delicious, and the Rafiki meditating medallion on the top is just regular white chocolate. Finally, we got the Zazu Dole Whip lime and coconut float. Now, this Dole Whip float costs $6.49 and features lime-flavored Dole Whip swirled into Sprite with coconut and blue curacao syrup. You can get it at Trilo Bites, and it's supposed to come topped with a decorative white chocolate character medallion too, but we didn't receive one as cast members said they didn't have them yet. Overall, as we often do with lime Dole Whip, we found the lime flavor a bit overpowering as it dominated the other flavors. So it pretty much just tasted like lime and Sprite. But if you were a big fan of the Peter Pan float over at Storybook Treats in Magic Kingdom, which just had lime Dole Whip and Sprite, then you might really like this one, and you might be able to convince them to get rid of the coconut and just give you the Peter Pan float because they have all the ingredients there. Now, if you want to look at all the other Lion King themed snacks, you can head on over to our website because we got them all in a blog post for you. Now, we also got some brand new treats in Hollywood Studios. Yeah, Disney released a lot of stuff this week. First is the Frazzled Float. You can get this Inside Out 2 themed treat for $6.79 at Epic Eats. It's available from June 10th to September 6th. The float's made with Minute Maid passion fruit, orange, and guava juice, Sprite, vanilla soft serve, and chocolate sauce. It's topped with candied orange and chocolate bark. Now, we were very excited to be trying a new Pog flavored snack, but this one was a little odd. We couldn't quite place the flavor of the drink part of it because we wanted it to be either an orange Fanta type soda or just a Pog juice, and it actually fell somewhere in the middle with that Sprite. It was bubbly and sweet, but still had that Pog flavor, and although we could see that working in theory, it just tasted kind of strange to us. But if you're a huge fan of Pog juice, this one is definitely worth a try. And this is one that also had some variation among our team in terms of the review. Next up is the Lightning McQueen Spare Tire. This can be found at Rosie's All-American Cafe for $5.79. It's a chocolate cake donut filled with raspberry jam and robed in dark chocolate mousse, coconut glaze, chocolate flakes, and a chocolate coin. We didn't have super high hopes for this treat, but it really surprised us in the best way. It's very chocolatey, so this is definitely one for the chocoholics out there. Because of how rich and chocolatey it is, we think it's very shareable. The chocolate and coconut are the strongest flavors at first, but once you get some of that raspberry flavor from the jam in the middle, it cuts cuts through the chocolate and gives a great burst of fruitiness and a little bit of tartness. Since it's so heavy and rich, we probably wouldn't recommend getting this right before you ride Slinky Dog Dash, as it might upset your stomach, but it's a great treat to grab if you're just going to walk around or do a little shopping. Finally, we've got the Feeling Kinda Blueberry Chai Iced Latte at the Market, Neighborhood Bakery, and Catalina Eddies. It'll be available at those locations from now through July 26th, and it's also available in Emirates Patisserie in Disney Springs from now through July 14th. We picked it up for $5.99. This drink is a blueberry-flavored chai iced latte with notes of clove and cinnamon and orange blossom. This was a very sweet drink. The blueberry flavor is prominent, but we could definitely taste the spices as well. The spices give it almost a gingerbread taste, like if you had a gingerbread cookie with blueberry icing on top. On a hot day, this was a great sweet drink to cool you off and give a little sugar rush. So it seems like there's always a new Dole Whip flavor to try in Disney World, and recently a DFB team member paid a visit to EPCOT and stopped by the refreshment outpost in World Showcase. This is a great place to find Dole Whip treats in this park. Right now, they've got lime and pineapple Dole Whip swirl, which we'd never really tried and we're eager to try. The lime was very tangy and refreshing, and the pineapple was similar in flavor, sharp and tangy, but still distinct. Our reporter described the two strong flavors paired together as aggressively refreshing, which was actually perfect for the very, very hot Orlando day. We definitely get this combo again. Given that the cast member working at the time indicated that they are using up anything random they have left in terms of Dole Whip flavors, it's unclear how long the combo of lime and pineapple Dole Whip will be available. So if you want to try it out, we'd recommend getting it ASAP. Now, Disney sometimes comes out with new treats that are just for pass holders, and the new Sunday in Hollywood Studios is the latest perk. The annual pass holder exclusive Lightning McQueen Ice Cream Sundae can be found at Hollywood Scoops on Sunset Boulevard for $7.79. The treat is your choice of ice cream flavor, topped with hot fudge, whipped cream, and with yellow sprinkles and a chocolate coconut cake donut. Now, the donut cake on top is the same one found in the Lightning McQueen Spare Tire donut, just without the raspberry filling inside. It's very rich and very chocolatey. We thought this was a super fun, customizable sundae, but the flavors weren't very unique or different. We chose vanilla ice cream, but here's a list of flavors available at Hollywood Scoops. You could get chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, orange sherbet, and fat-free, no sugar added vanilla. We thought the vanilla balanced really well with the rich donut, but if you want a true chocolate lover's dessert, you should definitely try chocolate ice cream with it. Now, here's the part of the video where I'm going to tell you what you need to know if you're going to Disney World this week. First off, how exciting! Enjoy your trip. You've been waiting so long for it. I know it's expensive, so savor every moment. Now for some bad news. If you're wanting to ride Test Track in EPCOT, you better do it soon, like in 2 days. Recently, Disney confirmed that Test Track would close for its reimagining on June 17th, 2024. The company did not specify how long work on the ride would take. Just stay tuned to DFB because we're going to let you know. Shameless plug. For weather, we are looking at high 80s all week, so pack your sunscreen and your rain gear. You can expect scattered thunderstorms as well. Yep, we're into that summer rainy season. If you're interested in purchasing Disney Genie Plus, you can expect to pay around $27 per person per day. A brand new store has opened in Disney Springs. Aloha Collection is a merchandise spot now available in the landing. This mini store / merchandise stand is located directly in front of Paddlefish and primarily sells bags, but also offers other accessories and some apparel. The brand was launched in 2014 and specializes in bags that are perfect to take on vacation. So what makes them great? Well, they're both water resistant and sandproof, so they're easy to clean. The tote bags zip closed at the top to keep your items stored safely inside, and the fanny packs and wallets are good for those day trips when you want to pack light. They're offering discounts for select Disney World affiliate groups, including annual pass holders and those making their first Aloha Collection acquisition. Those two groups are going to get 20% off their purchase. With the brand celebrating its 10th anniversary this year, a new Disney Springs location is an exciting update for them. The spirit of Hawaii is very important to the Aloha Collection, and so each year they donate 5% of their profits to conservation efforts in the state. Make sure to stop by Aloha Collection during your next visit to Disney Springs just to check out what they've got to offer. Now, there is always something to talk about in the world of Disney news, so be sure to check out our website at disneyfoodblog.com and sign up for our free newsletter if you want to get the updates, the 411 on everything happening in the Disney sphere, the Disney bubble, the Disney World, the Disneyland. Every single day, we send out that newsletter to give you all the updates. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.